Craig Morgan, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
If I was any better, I'd have to sit on my hands, keep clapping.
I love that. Got the new album, new single, new memoir. We're going to get to all of that, but first and foremost, thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Pretty memorable Veterans Day and Veterans Day weekend for you. Just wrapped up your headlining tour, and you did a first headlining show ever at the Ryman on Friday for Veterans Day. How has you not headlining the Ryman not happened sooner?
I don't know. You know, we all talked about it. Like, it just never came up. We never, I know there were some days in the past that we had attempted to get the Ryman on the schedule, and it was already booked or something like that would happen. It finally worked out, and what an amazing, you're talking about memorable. This will probably be one of my most memorable moments in my music career, not just on Veterans Day, but just in general.
Oh, how come?
Just because of everything that happened.
You are living your life pretty transparently these days, and it's all kind of coming together with the release of your new album, God, Family, Country, the Deluxe Edition, which features the new single, How to Make a Man. Was there ever a moment where that song was going to go to somebody else to sing, or was that always the plan to have you sing that song?
I don't know how long they had it, but they had not had anyone grab that song. As soon as I heard it, before I even finished the song, I mean, literally at the end of the first chorus, I texted my co-writing buddy and my co-producer, who we work together on everything, Phil, and I said, put it on hold right now.
Yeah.
And then when I finished the song, I called him and said, hey, book the studio. We're cutting this thing right now. I want to get this cut, and I want to get it added to the new project, and so we did.
The song really, really resonates with me, as I'm sure it does with anybody else listening to it. I mean, life is messy, and I'm that 22-year-old you're singing about in the song that thinks he knows everything and makes some pretty not so great choices, and you just bounce back from that because we are the sum of our parts, right?
100%, and it's those hardships, those heartaches, those difficult times that make us better and stronger people. And I believe every word of that song. I live it. And I've had some hardships, and I've had some difficult times and heartache, and I truly believe, looking back, that those things made me a better person, made me a stronger person. It's like, when you break a bone, and I've broken quite a few, when you break a bone, the chances of that bone being broken in the same spot are like 1,000,000 to 1.
Yeah.
It's really difficult because it's so much stronger. Well, the same goes for our hearts and our minds. We become mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually stronger by getting through those darker times. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you kind of sharing your journey. And it wasn't always like that. I mean, this is a hard thing to do. I've had my share of grief. I lost my wife to COVID a couple years ago, and I have learned through that journey that, sharing it transparently actually does good for other people. But why did you all of a sudden decide to kind of open up about your grief and your journey and your hardships and your experiences? Well, just what you said, I think we're supposed to. And I also, I believe sometimes our hardships and our grief, it's not meant to make us better. It's meant to help other people. And that's a difficult thing, but I can't help but when I say that, and as I think about it, I think about our military, our men and women who are willing to suffer for other people's benefit. And that's what we should all be doing in our lives. We should take those hardships and understand that God might not necessarily be punishing us. He's using us for someone else's benefit. And we need to accept that and understand that we can be better people because of it.
Well, you just finished up with CBS reality show Beyond the Edge. Any other TV projects in the work, Craig? I mean, we're going to see you on Yellowstone anytime soon?
I'd love to be on Yellowstone.
Okay.
Wrapped up my part in a movie called Savage Lands about Davy Crockett. My character was a trapper.
All right, a couple of holiday questions since we're wrapping up 2022. Finish this sentence for me. It's not Thanksgiving without blank.
Dressing.
What kind of dressing? We talking cornbread, oyster, any kind of dressing?
Oh, man, I don't know about no oyster dressing now. Come on.
Dude, come on now. Listen, I know you're a country boy, but don't you turn your nose up at that, because that's some good eating right there.
Man, if I brought oyster dressing into my house, a bunch of hillbillies, they'd lose their mind. Cornbread and turkey dressing with some gravy. Oh, Lord, put it on your head, your tongue slap you to death trying to get to it.
God, promise me, Craig, even if you may do it as a joke just to see the video,